Welcome back. You're watching Brand Equity with me, Sonali Krishna. Now, as Season 4 of the Indian Premier League approaches, team owners are beginning to look at new ways to capitalize on the cricket frenzy that surrounds this nation. The Chennai Super Kings has taken the lead and will be launching a CSK comic book this season. And they're hoping to catch a lot more fans and make some big money in the bargain. Tara Kapoor tells you how the dynamics of this will work.
Runners-up of the inaugural season, semi-finalists in the second edition, and champions of IPL Season 3.
Chennai Super Kings are champions of the DLF IPL 2010.
The Chennai Super Kings have certainly created a name for themselves on the field. But will the team garner the same kind of success off the field this season? As we fast approach IPL Season 4, we'll be seeing Dhoni and his boys in a brand new avatar.
And this comics set is the first set of comics which is coming in is targeted for 8 to 12 years of the kids segment, who are great fans of cricket, but they also love comics. So it's a best combination. And what it does to us is it takes us beyond the IPL season if you do it, because their involvement with the comics will remain even when the IPL season gets over.
The CSK comic book, the brainchild of Cartwheel Creative Consultancy, came about when the team was looking to extend the brand beyond the traditional modes of advertising.
I think the future lies in doing something innovative, engaging with your fans or with your consumers or your customers in more than the usual ways. And especially for a cricket team, for a cricket franchise, which has got a very diverse set of fans, I think there's a lot of potential which we've just begun to scratch the surface of in terms of cricket content, teams and people.
So what are the details? While the management is a little hush-hush about the general plot and storyline, what we do know is that the comic will feature the likes of Dhoni, Suresh Raina and Michael Hussey in various escapades.
Right now this is a comic book that is meant for kids. So there are going to be a series of stories that we are coming out with every individual comic book being complete in itself. Pretty much all the Chennai Super Kings stars would be a part of it. I think the idea is to take everybody who is a recognizable face of the Chennai Super Kings and bring them into the comic book eventually.
What's interesting is that even the brands that are associated with the IPL team, like Aircel, will find presence in the comic book. They have even agreed to buy majority of the advertising space in the comic. CSK plans to start selling 3 editions of the comic during the current year's IPL, and the franchise will publish monthly editions after the end of this season's championship.
See, the whole budget is sub 10-20 lakh rupees. It's not a high-end thing. And you will be selling it and we'll be getting revenue of that. Our sponsors like ASL and Gulf Oil and Amrapalis and likes are trying to put advertisements in this comic. So there will be revenue source from that also. To be honest with you, initially we are not looking at it as a major revenue source. What we are looking at it is to connect with the fans. And I told you the segment which we are looking at. But if it does well, we see a huge potential, like merchandise. These comics will be generating revenues too.
The plan is for the Chennai team to strengthen its fan base among children and to increase their revenue by capitalizing on the popularity of Dhoni and his boys in yellow. This venture into comic books by CSK is definitely unconventional, but the team seems to think that it is a move in the right direction and will help them gain more revenue, both in terms of fan following and merchandise.
Moving to the latest fad in town, personal shoppers. Once reserved only for A-listers and celebrities, personal styling is also going mass. So whether you're looking for everyday wear or an outfit for a special occasion, you can rely on their expert knowledge. So let your shopping angel transform you from being plain Jane to looking chic, solving all your wardrobe dilemmas. Barkha Madhok tells you how personal shoppers are the current flavor in retail.
It's the current law of the fashion-steeped universe. If you're not seen in the trendiest of clothes, you just don't have it. And if you have a personal shopper, Well, you have cracked the code. A slick set of personal shoppers, they almost come across as wardrobe genies, giving each customer personalized attention, helping to transform wardrobes or even spicing up existing ones. Shazia Agarwal and Divisha Maroli, Mumbai-based stylists, are founders of Revive My Vibe, a personal styling company. Two friends who turned their passion for styling and shopping into a career, focusing their services on real people of all shapes, sizes, cultures and walks of life.
It's not all about high fashion. It is about everyday wardrobes. It is about everyday people doing everyday things and looking or feeling good in that.
While the concept of a personal shopper has been met with immense success in the West, is there a need for such a service in India?
You had two sets of women who sort of created the need for a personal shopper. You had those who were cash rich but time poor, case in point your average busy working woman. And second, you had that woman who had the money and who had the time but who didn't really have the orientation. She didn't really know what to do with her money. She was looking for visual aids, she was looking for styling cues.
We see them asking store assistants, does this look nice on me, is this size right, does it work for me? And store assistants are essentially there to kind of make a sale, you know. So they'll say, yes, yes, it's looking very good. Whereas we are not there to make a sale, we're there to kind of help you with your sense of style and take it one step further.
I think the consumption patterns in India have kind of really changed. The middle class and the upper middle class is at the best stage in terms of growth. Aspirational values are extremely high. Everybody wants to look good. The problem is that India is slightly complex. We want exclusivity, we want affordable prices, we believe in value for money, and all that to be created by one brand is tough.
Such services are now being introduced in malls to create a friendly, unique experience for its customers.
When UB City, the mall that we're talking about, hired us, they wanted to remove that sense of intimidation, newness. They wanted people to feel that they have a friend on the floor. Overall, we're there, we're at your service, and we've been made available by the mall. So the mall pays us to be there as a complimentary service to their customers.
So with the mushrooming of such services across the country, these personal shoppers and stylists are constantly aiming at demolishing the myth that such services are only for the rich and elite.
You could start with something like 20,000-25,000 rupees and say, I need 6 outfits in that. If you kind of convert it, it works out to around 3,500-4,000 per outfit, which is what you would get in the market itself.
We've completely steered away from the traditional personal shopping model where we go home and then make our phone calls and pick up commissions the next day. We have come out with a fee model where the client pays us a fee and we work for them in their best interest. The fee that we charge is 500 an hour. If you look at it as a 9-hour day, it comes to 4,500.
Yearning to look like $1 million on your wedding day, or just looking for a wardrobe detox? The services of a personal shopper are right at your doorstep without making a hole in your wallet. No longer considered a mere fad or a fashion statement, the concept is still at a nascent stage in India, but with a bright future ahead.
Time to get commercial, but you stay glued, as coming up, we let the young guns of Lintas Media put their boss, Linda Souza, in a tight spot. Stay tuned.